Hi, I'm Corey Joe Humphreys on WeCJ and this is Commander Class. In today's episode we're going to be talking about the four color groups. So what I'm going to be discussing in this episode is the groups that the four colors have and the name of each one, and then most of them have one commander with one group having two, so it's going to be a very short episode. When it comes to the first four color group I'm talking about today is black, blue, red, green, also known as chaos. So when it comes to this, there's only one commander because four colors is kind of the rarest play type when it comes to commander itself, and the commander is Yoris Maelstrom Wanderer, and here he's on screen now. Yegis Maelstrom Wielder. For blue, black, red, and a green, you get a legendary creature, Orc Wizard, that is a mythic. It has trample. Whenever Yordis Maelstrom Wielder deals combat damage to a player, as you cast spells from your hand this turn, they gain Cascade. And he's a 5/4. And the second four-coloured group I will be talking about is black, red, green, white, also known as Aggression. When it comes to the Aggression group, there is only really one commander that is used for it, and that is Saskia the Unwielding. And here she is on screen now. Saskia the Unyielding. For black, red, green, and a white, you get a legendary creature, Human Soldier, that is a mythic. She has Vigilance and Haste. As Saskia the Unwielding enters the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to the chosen player, and she's a 3/4. So when it comes to the third four-color group pairing, this time there's actually two commanders, which is very rare. When it comes to this group, it's red, green, white, blue, also known as Altruism. Hopefully saying that right. So when it comes to these commanders, there is the deck when it's Kainos and Tyro the Meltress. Or the other commander actually came out in a set, and it's the only one that's actually released in a set, which is Omnath, Locus of Creation. And both of them will be on screen now. Kainos and Tyro the Meltress. For red, green, white, and a blue, you get a legendary creature, Human Soldier, that is a mythic. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield. Then each opponent who doesn't draws a card, and they are a 2/8. Omnath, Locus of Creation. For red, green, white, and a blue, you get a legendary creature, Elemental, that is a mythic. When Omnath, Locus of Creation enters the battlefield, draw a card. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life if it was the first land this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, add red, green, white, and blue. If it is the third time, Omnath deals 4 damage to each planeswalker you don't control, and Omnath is a 4/4. So after that we have our fourth colour pairing, which is green, white, blue, black, also known as Aggression, with one of the most annoying and famous commanders known to the game, Atraxa Praetor's Voice. And here she is on screen now. Atraxa Praetor's Voice. For green, white, blue, and a black, you get a legendary creature, Angel Horror, that is a mythic. She has Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, proliferate, and she's a 4/4. And finally we have our final colour, which is white, blue, black, red, also known as Artifice, with the commander of this being Breya, Ethereum Shaper. And here she's on screen. Breya, Ethereum Shaper. For white, blue, black, and a red, you get a legendary artifact creature that is a human. She's a mythic. Whenever Breya, Ethereum Shaper enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. She has tap 2 and sacrifice 2 artifacts, choose 1. Breya deals 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn, or gain 5 life, and she's a 4/4. So I know when it comes to this commander class, it is very short. However, there is a reason for that. I want to try and go through all the colours and go through as much as I can when it comes to these classes. And even though it's the smallest part of commander, I think it still needed to be brought up that there is not that many 4-coloured decks. Most people jump from 3 to Wilburg, which is all 5. So when it came to these making a commander solely on their own, there was a set released of 5 decks, which I've talked about all 5 commanders here, and then there was the one card that was brought out in one set, that is Omnath, when it comes to the single cards on its own. So in total, there's only like 5 commanders or 6 commanders when it comes to just 4 colours, because most people go we're too close to 5, we'll add in the 5th and not use it. So if you're interested in that, that's the way to probably do it, unless you want to build a deck around the abilities of any of these commanders. So I know this is a short class and I went through them all super fast, so hopefully you actually learned something. And which commander would you actually play if it was your first time ever building one, or if you're not new to commander, out of the 5 commanders, which deck would you build and how would you build it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have a deck on Moxfield, please share it. I love to see other people's decks. And as always, I love making these videos. I'm having lots of fun doing it. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my other social medias. I make Magic the Gathering content every day. If you go on my TikTok, I'm doing shots of all the new cards that are coming out. Rarely I do some comedy sketches when it comes to Magic itself. Instagram, I have pictures of cards I like, and if I'm doing anything, pictures on there. And then any of my other social medias will all be up in the links below. So please help me able to make more content of this. And when it comes to the next class, we'll be going on to Wooburg, which is all 5 colours. So I'll probably explain what it means and the kind of the few of the best 5 colour commanders and how you would probably build them. I know people build off meta, but I will try and give, for the basics and for new players, kind of an easy 5 colour deck. That might even be a separate video on its own. Also, if there's any topics you want when it comes to commander class, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and prioritize of what people want when it comes to these type of classes. So as always, thank you, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.